Okay, so I'm going to be cooking roast beef. A roast beef dinner tonight. Clean my meat with lemon and lime, had it soaking, and now I'm going to season it. I'm going to be using some red and green bell peppers, onion, garlic powder, onion powder, the juice from the garlic and some garlic, cumin, pepper, a little cayenne, complete seasoning, adobo, and salt. Stay tuned. So I went ahead and seasoned my roast beef. I'm gonna let this sit for about an hour. And when I'm done, I'll show y'all the next step. See you soon. All right, so here's my chopped onion and my bell peppers. You could chop up your peppers and your onions any size you want. It really doesn't matter the size. It's just for the flavor. My oil is almost hot. You want it to get hot first. All right, guys, so my oil is hot. Ooh. I'm going to add my vegetables now. It's the heat is on like medium high. You don't want it too high, so you don't want the vegetables to cook too fast. Whenever you use a cast iron pot, or a Dutch oven pot, you always use a wooden spoon. The vegetables are almost done. You see how nice and delicious they look? Got a nice brown on them. Alright, so my onions and bell peppers are done. I don't want them to cook too much because they're going to go in the pot with the roast oven. So I'm going to move these to a separate bowl. I added just a little bit more oil. And now I'm going to put my pot roast in here just so I could sear it up some. Give it a nice brown color. That's how your roast beef supposed to look, okay? Alright guys, so I'm going to keep searing this for a couple minutes and I'll get back to you and show y'all the finished product when it's seared. Alright guys, doesn't that look good? Ooh, I done seared my pot roast. Now I'm taking a beef bouillon cube. Gonna sprinkle that all on here. Ooh. I'm gonna take about maybe 2 or 3 of them. I don't turn the heat off. That's just like simmering. And I'm just gonna pour all that on there. And then I'm going to use some beef stock. So now I'm gonna add the beef stock. Like that. I'm not gonna pour all the beef stock yet. And also I'm gonna add a secret ingredient. A pack of onion soup. And we're just gonna sprinkle that on there like that. I'm just gonna add one more bouillon cube. Add some vegetable stock as well. I mix my flavors. Half of it like that. And now scrape these ends because whatever was on the bottom, I'm going to make sure we get all of that. Now, what I'm going to do, remember them onions? Just like that. And now we're gonna let it cook. All right, so I went ahead and put my peppers, my French onion soups, all my seasonings. Now I'm not gonna cook this on the stove. I'm going to put this in the oven. So I'm going to cover this up. And I'm going to put this in the oven for about 2.5 hours on 375. All right, guys. Now while my roast beef is cooking, I prepped my cabbage. I done cleaned my cabbage and ripped it in pieces. I have my pork neck bones cooking for my cabbage. So I'm just basically cooking my neck bones in some vegetable stock. Not too much juice. I add it accordingly when it gets low. And I'm just cooking it until it gets somewhat tender. As far as like, you know, you can rip some pieces off with the fork. When it gets to that point, it shouldn't be as much juice. And then I'm going to add my cabbage. And then I will show you guys what we will do next. Okay? See you soon. Alright guys, so here go my cabbage. It's basically done. I have it on low. See how that meat shredded by itself? All I did was just cut it with my spoon and it just tear it apart so easily. And it is delicious. I added a little salt and pepper just to give it a little bit more taste. Not too much because you know the meat had a lot of salt and I used vegetable stock. So I need to put a little salt and some pepper. And basically that's it. There go my cabbage. My pot roast is ready. You hear me? Do you see that? Literally beyond off the bone. Tender is not even the question. That is how pot roast is supposed to look. Look at that. My potatoes is tender. Look at that. Hold on. See that? Potatoes are tender. Carrots are tender.